Hello everyone, so this is the build video that is now following up for the 3D printed version of the night vision kit. So what you need is first is your cap, and what we want to do is take the RCA connector, push that through like so, so you're on the underneath, then place your negative lead over the top, followed by your small washer, followed by the retaining nut. Then what we want to do is just tighten that up like so. And what I would do is I would just move the negative so it points more towards the outer edge. No real reason for that apart from it just gives you a bit more space. So you've got that like so. Next, what we want to do is take your DC connector. I'll just show you that obviously taking off the nut and washer. And what we want to then do is push that through from the inside, or the opposite side that you put through. And generally this is a quite tight fit, but you can sometimes push it through like so, or screw it. Then what we want to do is put on the washer, then your retaining nut. If you wish, by all means, you can tighten this a little bit further using a pair of pliers or an appropriate sized one of those things, can't remember. Spanner, there we go, got there eventually. Then what I want to do is take one of these are a spade connector. And what we'll do is we'll just take the black cables and twist these together. This cable here will not be supplied. You will generally get this with your camera board of choice. So what I want to do is twist that together like so. Just make a little fold in half. This is the way I do it. I mean, you can, it depends on how you want to put these spade connectors on, but this is the method that I like to use. Give it a firm press in there, and taking a pair of pliers, we want to crimp them up like so, and that retains that nice and securely. Then what we want to do is we want to take the red cable on its own, do virtually the same, put that through like so. Then, with the shrink wrap, what we'll then do is take that over there like so, and twist the wires together. By all means, you can solder these if you wish to make it more secure. Then what we'll do is take the cable, make it a little bit flush, bring that over there, take your chosen heating method. I've got, as probably seen before, a gas powered soldering iron. And all I'll do is I'll just heat that tube up like so, which will then shrink it to the wire. You, by all means, you can use a lighter for this, or even a candle if you want to be as creative as that, but I find that method best. Now, one thing to note is these spade connectors, if I go to offer this one or this, so the negative one goes on the middle pin, so if I was to hold it one way, you'd have a middle pin, that's the only way to describe it, and you could see that that's relatively loose to fit. It's not a problem. All you need to do is just take a pair of pliers and just crimp it gently for a firmer fit. And again, this one goes on. I'll bring this up closer. Which way can I do this best? There we go. So you've got these two pins here. You've got a third one almost like on its own. So that one goes like so. Then what we'll do is we'll crimp up positive one. Okay, you can see that that's still a bit loose, and with this one, out of the two pins you've got one which, when I flip this over, you'll see that that one looks shorter than that one, and it's the shorter one of the two that you want to go for. Let's try that again. It's still not off. Best thing is if you to be gentle with this and not crimp them up too tight, because they can be awkward to undo. Not impossible, but it's just awkward. And typically I've made that one too tight. There we go. Paused it and got that sorted. So that's already connected. So now what we'll do is we'll take our chosen camera board, and you'll see there's a ridge. If I could just show this correctly. There's a ridge just there. Depending on your camera board, you may have a ridge. Mine does. So my design very much allows for that ridge to be taken advantage of. So you go from the top where you'll see that, and then drop your camera board in like so. You'll just have to keep an eye on how that lines up. So that's all now lined up. So I have to hand some screws. I mean, you can get away with putting 2 screws in diagonally, it's probably not a problem, but you'll probably want to put all 4 in. Then you'll take your favourite screwdriver and then screw into all 4 holes. I'll just pause the video now because this will just be boring. So now we've got screws in place, now they can just make them out in each 4 corner, so that's going absolutely nowhere. Now what we're going to do is you've got a 3-pin connector there. What we'll do is we'll take our cable like so and push this down. Can be a bit fiddly, but it will go. There we go. Now that's in place, what we want to do is just bend slightly these two pins back, just to give it a little bit more space. Press your cables in, like so. And I've got a personal preference, I like to have everything upright like so. And with this cap, it's very much a press fit. So once you've got that, is you press down firmly. It will go eventually. There we go. So there we go. All built, all done. I'm not too sure where you can see that in there. And it's a case of just mounting it to your scope, and off you go. You will notice that I've not really covered any form of focusing. I'm going to do that in a separate video. Okay, thanks.